Hello students, this is Dr. Pallavi Gupta. Today I am teaching you overview of Representation of People Act 1950. You all know this act is talking about the elections. What are the things required to conduct election in India? This act is talking about. In fact, I will take the overview of this act. Regarding the object of the, or we can say the objective of this act is the allocation of the seats in House of the People and Legislature of States, delimitation of the constituencies for the purpose of election, what are the qualification of the voters for election of the House of the People and the Legislature of State, the preparation of the electoral rolls, the manner of filling seats in the Council of States to be filled by representative of Union Territories. This act is talking about means how the seats shall be allocated in the House of People and Legislature of States, and how the seats shall be filled in the Council of States, and how the electoral roll shall be prepared, and what shall be the qualification of the voters to elect the House of People and Legislature of States. So as you know, this is the just image of the Representation of People Act 1950. This act is talking about three kinds of constituencies, means parliamentary constituencies, which will have two house, upper house and lower house. The assembly constituencies in state legislature, and the third is council constituencies. Regarding the allocation of seats, under this act, the section 3, 7, 10 of the of this act provides that allocation of seats means the total number of seats to the states in the Lok Sabha and the number of the reserved seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes of each state, total number of seats in the state in the legislative assembly of each state, and the number of reserved seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes of the state, total number of seats in the legislative councils of the state which have such council, means how the seats shall be allocated. It will be mentioned, or it is mentioned under section 3, 7, 10 of Representation of People Act. Filling of the seats. Section 4, 7, 10 is talking about how the seats shall be filled. It is saying that all the seats in the House of People allocated to the state shall be filled by person chosen by direct election from parliamentary constituencies in the states. Every parliamentary constituency shall be a single member constituency. Every state to which only one seat is allocated shall form one parliamentary constituencies. All the seats in the legislative assembly of each state shall be filled by person chosen by direct election from assembly constituencies. Every assembly constituencies shall be a single member constituencies like parliamentary constituencies. Special provisions are made under this act for filling of seats in the state assembly of Nagaland, Sikkim, Mizoram and Meghalaya, or we can say some states of Northeast. In case of legislative council of each state shall be filled as per the provision of Article 171 subclause 3 and 5 of the Constitution of India 1950. The delimitation of parliamentary assembly and council constituency. Delimitation, as in fact for this purpose delimitation act will also come in picture, but under section 4, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 of RP Act 1950, the extent of all parliamentary constituencies, each assembly constituencies in all the states and union territories shall be determined by the order of delimitation commission. Means what shall be the extent of the parliamentary constituencies or assembly constituencies, it shall be determined by the delimitation commission. In legislative council of the in legislative council, the president shall determine the constituencies into which state which each state having a legislative council and the extent of each constituencies. All the order relating to delimitation of the parliamentary and assembly constituencies shall be made by the delimitation commission or the election commission, and it shall be published in official gazette. It shall be consolidated into one single order by the election commission, which shall be known as the delimitation of parliamentary and assembly constituencies order, and this order shall send to the to the central government and to the government of each state having legislative assembly, and thereupon that order shall have the force of law and shall not be called in question in any court. Meaning thereby the order of the delimitation commission and the election commission, which are published in official commission, will become a single order by the election commission, and when it is sent to the central government or the concerned each state government, it cannot be questioned in any court of law. As soon as the this order is received by the central government or by a state government, the concerned government shall cause it to be led before the House of People or as the House of Legislative Assembly of the state. If any printing mistake is there, then it can be rectified by making amendment. Reservation of constituencies for scheduled tribes. Section 9A, 9B of the RP Act 1950 says that the election commission shall determine the assembly constituencies in state of Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura, in which seats shall be reserved for scheduled tribe with the prescribed procedure. Officers. Who shall be officers means administrative machinery which will work for the election. This is mentioned under section 13 of the RP Act 1950. This act provides 4 officers, namely Chief Electoral Officer, District Election Officers, Electoral Registration Officers and Assistant Electoral Registration Officer. For each state there shall be Chief Electoral Officer. For every district there shall be District Election Officer. The Chief Electoral Officer shall supervise the preparation, revision and correction of all electoral rolls in the state. The District Election Officer shall coordinate and supervise all work in the district or in the area within his jurisdiction in connection with the preparation and revision of the electoral rolls for the parliamentary, assembly and council constituencies within the district. The electoral roll for each parliamentary constituency in a union territory not having a legislative assembly Each assembly constituency and each council constituency shall be prepared and revised by an electoral registration officer. Every assistant electoral registration officer shall may perform all or any of the function of the electoral registration officer. Electoral rules. Section 13D 1527 of the RP Act 1950 is talking about that there shall be electoral roll for every parliamentary constituencies. There shall be electoral roll for every assembly constituencies and the council constituencies also, legislative council also. So for every parliamentary constituency, it shall not be necessary to prepare separately the electoral roll. The electoral roll for parliamentary constituencies shall consist of the electoral rolls for all the assembly constituencies comprising within that parliamentary constituencies. For every state legislative assembly constituency, there shall be an electoral roll which shall be prepared under the superintendent's direction and control of the election commission. Or we can say, for every constituencies, election commission shall prepare an electoral roll under his superintendent's direction and control. Council constituencies means local authorities, constituencies, graduate constituencies and teacher constituencies known as a legislative councils. The electoral roll for all local authorities shall consist of member of such local authorities, and every member of each such local authority shall be entitled to be registered in the electoral roll for that constituencies. The electoral roll for the graduate constituencies and the teacher constituencies, every person who is originally resident in a graduate constituencies and has been a graduate of a university in the territory of India shall be entitled to be registered in the electoral roll for that constituencies, and every person who is ordinarily resident in a teacher constituency and has been engaged in teaching in any of the education institutions shall be entitled to be registered in the electoral roll for that constituencies. Means there are certain states in India which have legislative council. So this is talking about the electoral roll for the legislative council of those states which have legislative council, like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, etc. Condition of registration in electoral roll. Section 20 of the RP Act says that every person who is not less than 18 years of age on the qualifying date and is ordinarily resident in a constituency shall be entitled to be registered in the electoral roll for that constituency. Means who can be voter or who can be elector. Qualification for registration in the disqualification for registration in an electoral roll. A person shall be disqualified for registration in an electoral roll if he, number 1, is not a citizen of India, number 2, is of the unsound mind and so declared by a competent court under the law, and is the person is disqualified from the voting under the provision of any law relating to corrupt practices and other offences in connection with the election, means electoral offences. The name of any person who becomes so disqualified after registration shall forthwith be struck off the electoral roll. Preparation and revision of electoral rolls. Or here I will take three things: preparation and revision of electoral roll, correction of entries in electoral rolls, how it will take place, and the inclusion of names in electoral rolls, how it will take place. So section 21, 22, 23 of the RP Act is talking about that the electoral roll for each constituency shall be prepared and revised in the prescribed manner. Number one, before each general election to the House of the People or the Legislative Assembly of a state, and before each by election to fill a casual vacancy in a seat allotted to the constituencies and be directed by the Election Commission. Regarding correction of entries in the electoral roll, if the electoral registration officers for a constituency is satisfied that any entry in the electoral roll of the constituency is erroneous or defective, or it should be transposed to another place in the roll on the ground that the person connected has changed his place of ordinary residence within the constituencies, or should be deleted on the ground that the person concerned is dead or has ceased to be ordinary resident in the constituency, the electoral registration officer shall amend, transpose or delete the entry. Means there are certain grounds to make correction in the entries in the electoral rolls. Regarding the inclusion of the name in the electoral rolls, means how the name may include. Any person may apply to the electoral registration officer for the inclusion of his name in that roll of a constituency. The electoral registration officer shall, if satisfied, direct his name to be included therein. If the applicant is registered in the electoral roll of any other constituency, the electoral registration officer shall inform the electoral registration officer of that other constituency, and that other officer shall, on the receipt of the information, strike off the applicant's name from that roll. Jurisdiction of civil court. This act is saying that no court shall have jurisdiction to adjudicate upon any question whether any person is or is not entitled to be registered in an electoral roll for a constituency. It cannot be made, this question may not bring in any civil court, or civil court may not interfere. This is mentioned under section 30. If any person make a false statement or declaration in writing in connection with the preparation, revision or correction of any electoral roll, or the inclusion or exclusion of any entry in or from an electoral roll, he shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. Means it is a penal, there is a punishment for making a false declaration regarding the entries in the electoral roll. This is section 31 of the Representation of People Act. Yes. Section 32 is saying that if any electoral registration officer, assistant electoral registration officer, perform any official duty in connection with the preparation, revision or correction of an electoral roll, or in inclusion or exclusion of any entry in or from that roll, is if they are guilty of any act or omission in breach of such official duty shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 3 months, or it may extend to 2 years with fine. No court, no court shall take cognizance of any offence punishable unless there is a complaint made by order or under authority from the election commission or the chief election officer or the state concerned. Means court has been barred to interfere unless complaint has been made by the officer of election commission. So I have discussed about the RP Act, as this is talking about how many seats shall be allocated, the procedure, and how the seats shall be filled in the House of People, State Assembly, Legislative Council, and how the electoral rolls we prepared, who can cast the vote, who can register in the electoral roll, how the electoral roll be amended, and if any provision is breached by the officer of election commission, it will be punishable offence. If any make a wrong statement, it will be a punishable offence, and thus the court cannot interfere in the matter unless complaint has been made by the election commission. So the next topic for the discussion will be the Representation of People Act 1951. Thank you for watching me. Bye bye.